Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Saibabu Sankara. For the past 3 months or so, we have been hearing the stories of stray dogs menace. And in Hyderabad, the stray dogs or street dogs barking and biting the innocent children, and one of them, Bhargav, he died also. It has sent shock waves in both the Telugu states, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh also. Sometimes very recently, a dog has bitten the revenue officer also. So this menace is there. Therefore, the municipalities, they are taking steps, and sometimes the organizations like Blue Cross, led by Madam Amala, they will also come across, they say that the stray dogs menace can be continued, but they should not be killed. So the litigation has been pending. Present cases, if any dog bite is there, whether it comes under the Consumer Protection Act or not, we are not discussing a present incident. This case dates back to 1991. 1991. You can read the case as A.Srinivasa MURTY versus Chairman BDA, that is Bangalore Development Authority. 1991. So, this man, the complainant, Mr. Srinivasa Murthy, he filed a case against BDA, that is Bangalore Development Authority, alleging that the authority failed to check the menace of stray dogs, as he was bitten by a dog, and therefore he claimed compensation. Same thing. So, whenever you go in the dead of night, suppose if you are late going home, if you go home around 11 or so, then you see the barking. అసలు మాకైతే కుక్కలు వెంట పడతాయి. కర్రలు అయితే చాలా కష్టం, ఎందుకంటే భయ అడ్డం వస్తాయి, ఎదురు వస్తాయి, కొన్ని వెంట పడతాయి, ఏది. అలాగే పొద్దునపూట మార్నింగ్ వాక్ వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు కొన్నాళ్ళు కర్ర తీసుకెళ్లాల్సిన పరిస్థితి వచ్చింది. అఫ్కోర్స్ నవేడేస్ ఐ థింక్ దే మైట్ హావ్ రికగ్నైజ్డ్ మీ, ఐ డోంట్ నో. కానీ ఇప్పుడు పెద్ద అట్లా కొత్త వాళ్ళైతే ఎంబడబడి తరుగుకుంటా ఉన్నాయి. అటు గ్రూప్స్ వస్తాయి ఈ స్ట్రే డాగ్స్ అనేవి, గుంపులుగా వస్తాయి. మా ఇంటి దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి, ఇక్కడ బయట పెద్ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అక్కర్లేదు. సో సపోజ్ if X was bitten by a stray dog, then rabies 14 పొట్ట చుట్టూ ఇంజెక్షన్ చేసుకోవాలి. మరి then he filed a case. Is he a consumer or not? So anyway, he filed a case against the Bangalore Development Authority, stating that actually ఇక్కడ విచిత్రంగా there is a quid pro quo between the authorities and also the so-called the parties. Here, the High Court held that he is not the consumer. Our person, he is not, he is a civilian, he has got a human right, he has got his right will be fundamental right to protection of health will be respected. At the same time, he is not a consumer. Who is a consumer? A consumer is a person who pays money for the services. Exactly. He pays money for the services. But what are the services by the municipality? The main services include sanitation, health. Of course, stray dog menace prevention is also one of their jobs. But by that, you cannot say that it is a quid pro quo between the parties. It's not correct. చూసారు ఎటు తిప్పి తీసుకెళ్ళాడు. నార్మల్గా మీరంతా ఏమనుకుంటారు ఇప్పుడు, when a person is bitten by stray dogs, definitely he will get compensation. But here, the court said the complainant is not a consumer, because it is the general duty of the BDA to look after the welfare or to look after the sanitary conditions, to look after the hygienic conditions of the municipality, to look after the so-called water supply, all these things. But there is no quid pro quo. You cannot call him as a consumer simply because he is paying tax. He is a taxpayer. Yes, he is paying taxes to the municipality, that which very much appreciated and allowed also. But you cannot say that you are a consumer and you have to get compensation. So this is of course, this is a negative example, but still we have to see some negative examples also. Not only, of course, nowadays have changed. Very recently, with the incident, immediately the government has paid compensation. Of course, government under welfare schemes, they will pay compensation. Here the important point is whether he is a consumer or not. The court declared that there is no quid pro quo and he is not a consumer. Ultimately, the case was, the case filed by the complainant is dismissed. So please remember, sometimes we have to come across the negative examples also. It is one such case. I hope you appreciate this case also. Thank you very much.